Hello, can you hear me? Can anyone watching hear me? Julie, Trejo, Max, Arthur, welcome. Athena, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. We're just gonna wait another minute for more of the rest of the people to tune in and start making tacos de carne asada. Thank you. Hi, staff. Can you guys hear me properly, or is the music too loud? Just let me know. Can you hear the music at all? Yes, chef. Hello. So we're here at El Catrin Live, El Catrin Distilleria from Toronto. Like every Tuesday, every Thursday. Today I'm filling in for Chef Olivier. But he'll be here next Thursday at 4. So every Tuesday and every Thursday at 4, we're going to be making tacos. Chef Olivier has been doing it for the last few weeks. Only not today, but next Thursday you can catch him here doing octopus tacos, pulpo tacos. Don't forget to join us. My name is Jose. I'm a sous chef at El Catrin Distilleria. And since it's Taco Tuesday, we're going to make tacos, right? I'm originally from the north of Mexico, which is called Chihuahua. And the most common tacos there are steak tacos. I wouldn't say it's a very street taco like pastor, etc. This is more of a gathering at home that you would make tacos de carne asada. However, you will find them in the street here and there. But for me in the north, tacos de carne asada would mean more meeting, social gathering with the family for a wedding. Hello, Mike Strafford. Hello, Robin. Chef Olivier, thank you for joining. So, yeah, like I was saying, carne asada, you probably know this already, but it means grilled steak or roasted steak. And it normally means beef as a steak, but it could be pork carne asada. Chicken is also carne. You can make any carne asada. If you're vegetarian, mushrooms, it's like carne asada. So carne asada is for everyone. It's very democratic. It's a very inclusive dish, and it represents the North. That's why I chose to make this taco today. So we're gonna start with the ingredients. The recipe is posted there. But the first thing that I'm gonna do, just because it takes longer, look, I have a little bit of oil here, about a cup of vegetable oil that's heating up in my stove. I put it like 5 minutes ago, so you can go ahead and do that. Not too hot. We're not gonna burn it. And we're gonna make a very interesting salsa that complements the beef. Also very easy to make. It lasts in your fridge for at least 2 months if you leave it. No, a month. A month is good, and it's really good for more things such as a sandwich or pizza or more tacos, you know. Anyways, we're gonna start. So like I said, I have a cup of vegetable oil here heating up in my stove. And the first thing I'm gonna do is add the chiles. I have 3 dried chipotle peppers here. Are you familiar with this? Probably if you heard the word chipotle, you would think first of the canned chipotle adobo. It's a different product, also very good. But in this case, I chose this one because it has different notes that go very well with the steak. If you could not find this, use the chipotle adobo from a can. It absolutely will work. But okay, so I'm gonna fry this. I'm gonna wait actually a little bit for my steak to get, for my oil to get a little hotter. And meanwhile, we're gonna marinate our steak. It'll be a quick marinade, by the way. Cheers. If you just tuned in, this is El Catrin Live, Taco Tuesday. Remember, next Thursday, Chef Olivier will be here doing tacos. And don't forget to check out the other lives of the restaurants in the distillery, Pure Spirits, Clooney, Madrina. Very cool recipes, guided by the chefs of the kitchens. So it's a very good opportunity to learn different cuisines, Mexican, Spanish, French, etc. and see what the chefs are doing at work when they are in normal conditions working in the kitchen. But okay, let's continue. We're going to marinate this steak. I have 5 ounces of hanger steak. And that steak, it's not necessarily very expensive. It's not the cheapest either, but it has good quality for grilling. It's not impossible, but hard to overcook. And it has fibrous texture that I like. It's nice, for grilling. In the north, we use it a lot. In the north, in Chihuahua, the cattle is a very important economic activity, but we mostly export the cows to the U.S. Certain cuts of the meat, such as this one, remain in the city, and that's why it's so common to use it for carne asada. But honestly, almost any piece of beef you can use, such as a hanger, flat iron, ribeye, of course, if you have it. Anything that is not too hard will work. And we're gonna make a super easy, quick marinade. The three ingredients that are going in my marinade are these three. So I have a little bit of soy sauce, the cheap soy sauce. It doesn't matter what soy sauce you have. Just half a tablespoon here, so you can see it. Easy. Now, Maggie, do you know this product? Are you familiar with this sauce? If you have never seen it before, check out No Frills, any store that you have. It's always there. You might not be familiar with it, but it's super common, super cheap. It's actually $3, and it's a very good secret weapon to make stuff tastier, anything, even a soup. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that in my steak as well. And last but not least, some drops of lime. I have some sliced white onion here, and because we're cooking this steak shortly after maybe 5 minutes, we're just gonna start with the salsa. I'm just gonna massage here this steak for like 30 seconds at the most, like this. Put those flavors, try to push them into the steak roughly, but not too violently. With love at the same time, rough love, you know? Okay, this is what it looks like. The marinade is mixed up. I have some onions in there. I have my oil. It should be hot by now. And I'm going to start by frying my chipotle peppers. Please let me know if you cannot hear me properly or if you don't see what I'm trying to show you. I'm not very familiar with the lives, but let's have some fun. Okay, so wash my hands. So, 3 chipotle peppers. They're going into the oil. That should be hot by now. I'm gonna just fry them there until I can smell them. And the pan that I'm gonna use for my steak, it's a cast iron or a blue steel. They're called blue steel. So something that you have at home, thick bottom. The hottest one, the one that can get the hottest that you think. Ideally, cast iron will do best for searing our steak. If you have one of those cast irons with like grills to emulate the effect of a grill outside, I'm obviously not going outside to grill, but it doesn't matter. Even though carne asada means grilled steak, you can always make carne asada at home in a cast iron, or it doesn't matter if you don't have cast iron, just something really, really hot that you don't want that meat to boil by any means. And the only way to achieve that is by having a very extremely hot pan, such as a cast iron. Dry your meat. I know it's wet right now, but I'm going to dry it before I put it. And don't move it. We're going to see it together. It's very simple taco. However, as simple as it is, it's one of the most popular tacos because who doesn't like steak? If you're not vegetarian, you love steak. And every culture has grill. Every culture has barbecue meat. Koreans, Thai, Argentinian. They're all great. But the Mexican one, I consider it the best because we put in a corn tortilla, we put salsa, and we put lime. Those 3 things make up for a perfect barbecue. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Texas, Argentina, Korea, but Mexican barbecue is the best. And I'll demonstrate that today, okay? All right, so the chiles, this should be, let's see, carefully, yeah, because this is hot oil. Not quite. My oil wasn't that hot. If your oil is super hot, this will take 20 seconds. But because mine wasn't, I'm giving it another 20 seconds. And then I have my container here. After I fry my chipotle peppers, the container is right next to it so that I'll just take out my peppers and put it into my container. Then after that, we're going to fry our walnuts. I have this much walnuts here. Look, it's not a lot. So peppers are almost there. How about we start grilling our steak now? Not grilling, but searing our steak. My pan should be almost ready. Just 1 more minute, because like I said, it has to be really, really, really hot. And tea towel. What is that? And the pan should be really, really hot. So wait. If you need to wait, just wait. It's also gonna get really smoky in the house because you're grilling. It has fat. There's a little bit of sugar. Make sure you turn on your here. Make sure you turn that on when we put the steak on the pan. Make sure you open your window if you have one. I do, but it's a little cold outside. I don't know. Be ready. So chiles looks like they're ready. They're aromatic. They puff a little bit. This is the same thing that you would do if you're making a curry, for example, and you're using spices. You have to toast the spices in order for them to release their oils and become active and really provide what they have. It's the same thing with Mexican red peppers. You always have to activate them first, whether it's in a dry pan or in oil, frying them quickly, or sometimes in the microwave. If you don't have any of those, that works. But yes, dry Mexican peppers, always toast them first, always fry them first. If not, you probably lose almost like a 50% of their potency if you don't do this step before. So my oil is pretty hot now. Now I'm gonna go with the walnuts here in the same little mini fryer that I have, right? So walnuts, same. Those guys, oops, I dropped one, but it's okay. Same with this, guys. You're just gonna activate them, make them a little golden aromatic. It's not gonna be more than 20 seconds. And same, they go straight into your blender jar. We're just gonna keep on adding ingredients till we have everything there, then we blend it. And by this time, my pan is not hot enough yet. Sorry, we need to wait till it is hot. So the walnuts, what has been there 30 seconds, I would say. I'm gonna take them out now. Take them out now into the blender jar. Very careful because this is super hot oil, okay? Safety first, right? Okay. Now, the next thing I'm gonna fry in this oil, and that's what's gonna take the longest, it's the garlic. I know the recipe that we posted said 3 garlics, but I changed my mind and I decided to add 5. So if you have 2 more garlic cloves there in your house, get them. If you just have 3, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Salsa is still gonna be tasty, don't worry. Okay, so 5 garlics into the oil. It's not very spicy salsa. Let me tell you that. It's only 3 chipotle peppers. And yes, I added the garlic into the oil, all of it. This oil by now, it's really, really hot. So I'm just gonna turn it off and leave the garlic there till the end. It's gonna cool down a little bit. It's gonna cook through. It's gonna be soft, not burnt. And everything goes inside the blender. And then we make our salsa. And by now, no, not yet. My stove is taking a little too long. That's the difference. If you were using a grill, then it's too hot and you gotta wait for it to be not so hot. So just adapt on the fly, right? And my garlic, I'm just gonna show you here how it's bubbling there. Can you see? Bubbling. I turned it off now because one thing you don't want in your salsa or in your life or in the world is burnt garlic. Ooh, nobody likes that. Even if you don't know it, you don't like it. But see, my pan is smoking now. That's a good sign. I think it's ready to go. And we're gonna go with our steak. It's here. I'm just gonna drop everything, like the marinade and the onions, back in the plate. Don't throw it out. Don't throw it out. You'll see why. I hope you have some oil handy because we're gonna need it. Can you see there that my pan is getting really hot? I don't know if you can see the smoke, but it's getting there. I hope I'm setting my phone in a good angle for you to see what I'm doing. But if not, if you cannot see what I'm doing, just let me know and I'll ask my roommate to hold it for me. He's a good cameraman. Just write it there. But okay, steak is ready. Pan is super hot. Remember, it's gonna get smoky in your house. Turn on your fans. And my garlic is starting to get a little bit too much color, so I'm just gonna get it off the heat. Even though it's already off, it's too hot. Let it cool down in there. Steak, oil. Where do I have the oil? I'm using vegetable oil, canola oil, grapeseed oil, even olive oil if that's all you have. Better if you don't, but good amount of oil. Good amount of oil, smoky steak. I'm not putting any salt yet because I put the soy sauce and the Maggi sauce. They have a lot of salt content. So I'm gonna take it easy for now, and then we taste it. If we need to add more salt, also our sauce is gonna be very salty. So if anything, take it easy on the salt at this point. And yeah, my steak is searing. If you notice, I just put it in there. Very hot, oily. And hear that sound, hear that noise. Can you hear it with the fan? It's like cracking, it's very hot, it's searing. I'm not touching it. I'm gonna leave it there for at least 3 minutes. Meanwhile, we get back to salsa, right? I have the only ingredient left that I haven't added to my salsa, which I have here. It's this tablespoon dollop of miso. Miso, if you don't have miso, follow the rest of the instructions without it, and we'll still be good. However, the miso is the secret ingredient that makes it boom. Okay, so we have everything almost ready, almost ready. You know, the most important ingredient on tacos, if not the most important, the constant that you will find in every taco. Tell me, what is it? What does every taco need? You can have a vegetarian taco, you can have a vegan taco, meat, pork, but what is it? One ingredient I'm missing right now. Tortillas, corn tortillas, flour tortillas, any kind of tortillas. But make sure you have them. I'm gonna get them out right now. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna get them out because I forgot. ¿Tienes tortillas? Okay, I got them. We're safe. I'm not gonna heat them up yet. Only heat up your tortillas when you're gonna eat your taco. Okay? So now, steak has been there, what, 3 minutes? It's getting color. I can see it. I'll show you again. I hope you can see and hear with all that noise. Smoky. I told you it's gonna get smoky in your house, but it's worth it, 100%. And I would say the garlic is quite ready. I'll show you one. I'll show you one. Can you see? It's not burnt, it's golden, and it's pretty soft. It's soft already. So, blender. Oh, I'm also missing one ingredient here. Two ingredients in our salsa. We have our garlic, we have our steak. I seared it on both sides. I turn off the pan, I get it off the stove, and I just leave it there on the pan. And look, secret. Remember the marinade that we had here, the onions? They go inside. Ciao. You don't need that blade anymore. I'm gonna turn this off. 20 more seconds because my house is a little bit too smoky. 20 more seconds and then we go back to silent mode. Okay, so I have my salsa here with the oil, the fried chilies, the fried garlic, the fried walnuts. There's one thing I'm missing. Two things. This guy here, white vinegar of the cheapest price, of the cheapest quality. It doesn't matter. It's just to cut the richness of the miso, of the chilies, of the steak. Yes, Rick, I will save this story, no problem. And I'm gonna add a little bit of this, okay? So white vinegar. Look how much. That's it. I'm not trying to make pickles either. And just for a little bit of balance, for a little bit of it's gonna be too rich if I don't add a little bit of sugar. Ideally brown sugar, which I cannot find, but I know I have it somewhere. Look at the steak now. It's basically resting, and those onions are cooking there with the residual heat. We had a very intense heat in the beginning just to sear. Now it's just slowly cooling down, at the same time resting our steak and finishing cooking it, our onions. Can't wait. And I was looking for the sugar, right? The sugar. Here, I found it. Look how much I'm gonna put. Sorry. Look how much. Not extremely sweet. Like I said initially, it's all for balance. Same as the white vinegar, same as this little let's say 3/4 of a tablespoon of brown sugar. 1, 2, 3 goes inside, and we're gonna blend it all. Again, we're gonna get noisy. Fan is off, but blender's on. Oh, one thing, careful because remember this oil is extremely hot. So when you put in your blender, if it's glass, don't touch it, don't burn yourself, don't splash yourself with hot oil. Practice a lot of caution when you're working with hot oil. You can go really smooth if you want. I prefer not too smooth, also not too chunky, just to balance. If you saw, I went on my blender for like 20 seconds. That's what it looks like. You can add more sugar if you want. You can add more chilies if you want. You can make it less acidic if you want and use another type of vinegar. If you get this recipe, you can make so many variations over the same thing. That's the cool thing about these Mexican techniques. And I'm gonna take my steak out of the pan now. And I'm gonna rest it on the cutting board. Just clean up my station a little bit here so we can plate our tacos, which are pretty much ready. I'm gonna taste this salsa, which by now is really, really hot, so careful too. You know what? Looking at it, it's a little thick. I'm gonna add a touch of water, but like a touch. This much. Look. Again, back to the blender. Let it go. That's bueno. Steak. How do you like it? Medium well, medium rare, blue, well done. That's a good thing. I probably mentioned this already, but a good thing about this steak, of the hanger steak, is that if people like it well done, it still has a lot of flavor. It doesn't get too tough immediately. It's not a very easy steak to spoil, so stick to something safe. Now we're gonna set up our tacos. I'm gonna heat up my tortillas. Here, I don't know what kind of stove do you have. Do you have a pan? Do you have an induction? Do you have fire? The way that I used to heat up tortillas at home when I was at home back in Mexico, and I would get a snack in the middle of the night, I would literally put the tortilla straight on the burner. It was fire stoves back then. We didn't have induction, but I realized that it works exactly the same on induction. So get your induction stove super hot. I'll show you. Boom! You see, it's getting red. It's really hot. It's all good. Clean season. Don't worry. Don't tell your landlord. And 2, of course, 1 taco is not enough. Plus this steak here, maybe good for 4 or 5, depending how chunky you like your tacos. Heat up tortillas. One secret technique for heating up tortillas. It's not so secret, but it makes them a lot better. Put a little bit of oil in your tortillas. It makes them not crispy by no means. They're still flexible, but they kind of get a little better when you eat them. They become a little kind of crispy, that they can take a little more salsa, a little more wet ingredients. Not that anything is wet here, but if the steak is too juicy, if you're making a pico de gallo or something like that, oiling your tortillas when you heat them up will help you make a better taco. So let me get a plate so we can make this tacos. Our salsa is ready. I'm just gonna put it into a little container, more presentable for a live video. Remember, if you tuned in recently, you're looking at the Catherine Lives every Tuesday at 4, every Thursday at 4. Chef Olivier Le Calvé, executive chef from El Catherine, will be here cooking with you, guiding you through the process of making octo tacos next Thursday. Don't forget to tune in. This is El Catherine Distilleria from Toronto. One second, I'm gonna get a cup to put our salsa here. Alright, look. Remember, super hot. Still, be careful. It looks like pinto beans. It looks like dulce de leche or something like that. Okay, so how's that angle? Is that better? Can you see better there? Maybe. Whew, tortilla's almost burned. Check it out. Slightly crispy, but look, extremely pliable, extremely flexible. It won't break on you. It won't break on your lime juice. It won't break on your salsa. There's an important relationship between the amount of meat that you put in the taco and the tortilla that you use, same as the salsa. All these factors make a perfect taco. Always keeping in mind when you're making tacos for your guests or for your family in quarantine during this quarantine. So, just to pretend that we're in a restaurant, I'm gonna make our tacos in this fancy plate. You don't have to, you can put it on anything you want. And tortillas, 1, 2. Steak taco. Cut a few slices of your steak. I like really thin slices. That's my taste. It's not a rule. You're free to do them. Can you see these tacos there? You're free to do them and any fashion you like, thick or thin. When you cut your steak, you probably know that. Cut it against the grain so you have an easier bite. If your fibers are like this, cut it like this so when you bite, in between those, it's easier. You get a better taco bite, okay? 1, 2, 3. All right. I'm going to get some of these greasy onions. Nobody said it was going to be healthy today. So I get some of these greasy onions that I have into my one taco. And you know what's the best thing about carne asada? Sharing with someone. I hope you're not doing this by yourself. If you're doing it by yourself, that's all good. But it's always good to share. I'm going to call my roommate so that we both have a taco at the same time. Roommate! Okay, so a little bit of onion here. Cilantro. I hope you have it ready. It doesn't have to be chopped up. I mean, again, up to you. I like whole leaves of cilantro. And one also very important thing for tacos, lime juice. Look. More. I haven't tasted my salsa. Just before I give it to anyone, I'm going to make sure they're going to like it. So it does need a little bit of salt. Mix. Okay, check it out. Miso, walnut, and dried chipotle pepper. Hanger steak taco. Some people might say, roommate, please, feel free to, Here, this is Chef Omar from Madrina. He's gonna have some tacos too. Please, okay, I invite you to grab your taco, hold it, here. Hold it with your left hand, squeeze the lime with your right hand. Roll it. And we say, taco conmigo, a la 1, a la 2, a la 1, 2, 3. Ya pues.
No. I'm recording.
I didn't want it to be that good. I wanted it to be good, but it came out too good. I hope yours as well. Remember, next Thursday again, we're going to be making tacos with Chef Olivier. Octopus. Most people think that octopus tacos are scary, are intimidating. Chef Olivier is going to demonstrate you that is just a myth. That is really easy when you follow the technique, la technique de Chef Olivier. My name is Jose. I'm the sous chef at El Catrin. My Instagram is DJ Linterna, Linterna. Follow me if you can. I have some cooking videos there too. And thank you for watching, everyone. See you next Thursday, 4 p.m. EST, Eastern Time, okay? We'll save it though. If you missed it, I'll be publishing the stories of El Catrin, Don't worry. I hope you make them at home. I hope you enjoy it. Stay home, stay safe, and thank you to the front workers very much. All right. Hasta la next one.
Haciéndole a la-